Good day from WA. Hi, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Margarete Miller's weekly collage assignment. And it is the beginning of the new year, 2022. So just before we start the challenge, I'm going to need to prepare the book. So I thought I'd bring out the old book and do the cover. Now, I know a few people, when I first did the cover during the year, they asked how I did it. People asked how I did the cover. This was actually a masterboard that I had done. And then I just kind of like trimmed it down, put it on some background and stuck it to this book. And then I just added a couple of pieces to make it Margarete Miller. So it was, quite a simple cover really. And so we're going to do the same to the book that I'm going to be using. And so you can download the full planner from her Etsy shop, or you can just download the assignments. So if you download the digital version, then you will get the full version and you'll print it out and fold the pages and turn it into a book. She has instructions on how to do that. So this will be folded like this, and this will be folded like this. I know how to do it now. I didn't know how to do it before. Okay, and so then that will be week 1. So it'll have the front of the book like this. Okay, so if you do the digital version, it will look something like this. So you'll fold the pages, you'll bind them on the side here if you want to make your own version. This will be the first page of the book, tell you how to do it, and then this will be the first assignment page. So you'll have room for collaging on this side and the planner information on this side and the instructions for the assignment. However, I won't be doing that because I don't use the planner, so I will actually just be cutting out this section to do the assignment. So, but we're not ready to do the assignment yet because I want to prepare the book to get it ready to start. So I'm going to be making a masterboard to collage the front of the book similar to this one. This is the book that I'm going to use. Actually, I need to take this off, but in case you wanted to get one and anyone wanted one similar, I don't know if it's available everywhere else. Just a visual diary, because of course I wanted blank page paper, so no lines. It's got 60 sheets, which is, I'm going to be using 1 sheet per week. So it says 120 pages, but that's both sides. I'm only going to be using one side. It's 110 GSM. I don't know what that is in pounds, sorry. Acid-free cartridge paper. So, and it's A4, but in a landscape position. So let me just get rid of this. Now that you've seen what that is, I don't need that. And I don't really want too much black. So I thought about covering it completely, but it'll be really hard to get rid of the black here. So I'm going to have a very tiny black border as like a kind of a frame. So I don't think I need that anymore, although I actually like, no, I'm going to put that in the Margarete Miller box just in case I want to use parts of that. It's silver, it's quite pretty. I'm hoping that this is going to work because I'd like, yeah, see how it fills the screen. There's a little bit of space over here for me to put stuff, so I can put this right to the edge here. This is my collage space. All right, let's do the cover. I mean, maybe it'll take so long that the cover is just one video and I'll do part 2. I'll do the actual inside part. I should have done this, like last week because it's taken so long already. So I'm not going to collage directly onto the book. We'll move that out of the way. I'm not going to collage directly onto that either. So the first thing I'm going to do is tear this down to the size of the book. So I kind of ruled around the outside edge of the book. So what I like about this paper is it's kind of handmade. Well, it is handmade paper. It was advertised as handmade paper. I bought it in an antique shop. No idea about the history of it. There was just rolls of it. $10 for this huge roll, and you can see it's got lots of fibers. So it tears kind of interestingly, is what I would say. Not always evenly. So I'm hoping that I can tear this to the right size. Yeah, it's got all these fibers stuck in it. I don't know what they are. Yeah, interesting. So anyway, I shall be back when I've torn this out. Okay, it's a bit tricky. I'm not convinced that I like it on the black as much. but I don't think there's much I can do about it. Once it's got all the collaging on top, I don't think it will matter, but I must admit, against the cream of the Christopher book, it did look better. But I'd cover it, except for this ring binding. Might be tricky to, you know, get that to work, so we will leave it. And I'm not 100% convinced I'm going to like this book. It's a bit of a trial for me. There's aspects I like, being A4 landscape, but I'm used to the square, and I'm used to having the whole edges. So it's, yeah, we won't know until I do the collage whether I end up liking it. If I don't like it, what I will do is cut the collage out of this book and paste it into a children's book or whatever it is that I end up using. But well, I already like it better now that it's edged and inked. Okay, let's glue that down. Fabric glue, I'm thinking I'm going to try this new one. I've already got 2 of these started, so I should really use those up, but I'm not going to. I want to try this one. Quick dry adhesive. It's another fabric glue, but apparently it's made by, someone told me, the lady in the shop told me who it was made by, and they said it was good brand, Couture Creations. Alright, let's give it a try. Oh, it smells like Fabri-Tac. So let's stick it down. Ooh. I need to go right to the edge, really. I wonder whether I ought to smush it. Probably. It's yeah, it's nice because it's reasonably runny. Let's put it down. Smush it down nice and flat. I've got a little bit over the edge here. Okay. Alright, let's make sure it's very smushed. Oh, look at that. The new tool. Perfect. All right, I think that worked out quite well. Happy with that. All right, so now I don't want to collage on top of that. I want to create a masterboard, then I will cut it off straight, ink the edges, and because it's very difficult to get your collage neat and to look good right to the edge. So the way I did it with this one was, it was a masterboard, and then you can see I've just put the masterboard on top of that frayed edge. So it gives it a, you know, a frayed edge look without having to figure out where it ends. So all we need to do now is create our masterboard. So I just need a base to put it on. Doesn't really matter what it is. I hadn't thought about that. 1 second. Let's use a piece of ugly 12 by 12 that I'm not going to use. So thinnish one, it's not too thick, but at least it's probably thicker than normal paper. So what I will do is I will cut it down to almost the right size. So we're just going to cut it down there. And then I will trim off the excess once we've done the masterboard. Definitely should have done this earlier. I don't really want to get glue and stuff all over my new board, so I'm going to put the tracing paper, or what is it, baking paper underneath, so it just protects my board a bit. So what my idea was to put down a lot of the things that we use in the Margarete Miller challenge. So music paper, paper in a different language, book page, tissue paper, some coffee dyed paper, graph paper. So that's using up all that kind of stuff. And then I've also got these scraps for maybe some variety of colours, which let's pick out some of this. Oh boy. All right, let's stop hunting. I could just hunt forever. This is what happens. What does anyone else do this? Gets out way too much all the time, so then I'll just have to pile it all back in again. All right. Let's start gluing some stuff down. Oh dear, let's just start. Now this lovely piece of, we're just going to stick it down. We're going to do some big, I think we'll do some big pieces to start with. And that way then we can just kind of like add others. Instead of trying to, I don't know, make a pretty pattern or I don't know what. Let's just get this book page, this 12 by 12 covered. Yeah, well see, we're going to cut off the excess anyway, so I'm going to go over the edge so that we don't have the blank part. So that's that part covered. Let's find some nice pieces. Okay, I don't know whether you want to watch all of this because I don't want the video to be too long. And I don't even know if this is how I did this book. I can't remember, it was quite some time ago. The pieces on here look way more interesting than what I'm using so far, but let's just call this a base. Let's just use up these torn and inked pieces. Maybe that would be a good idea. Let's put that in the middle. Because this, oh, it's quite, yeah. Let's glue it on here. I'd like to ink it though. I think there's a lot more like labels and things. Does it matter that it's upside down? I'm not sure that it does. It's going there. Let's put this piece on. Let's put it up here. I hope this works. It'd be messy if it doesn't. I didn't ink that one. What else we got? Pink, does that matter? Well, let's ink it over the top. I don't know where this came from or what it is. Looks like it might be digital, I'm not too sure. It doesn't matter, I mean, just use up scraps. That's what I'm trying to do. Just wanted to start with the cover already done instead of, oh yeah, look, it's, I think this might be actually old. Okay. Which is nice. Bit of copy dyed paper. Let's just tear the edges, stick it over that top part. So once it's done, once it's got, you know, this sort of neutral background, I think we'll add some more interesting pieces. Can you hear those birds? It's the parrots again. I have to have the window open. It's either the window or the fan. Don't need that side. I'm going to put it up the top because it's just way too hot. Even though I've got air conditioning, this room is a hot room, and in the afternoon especially it's pretty warm. So if I have the little window open, the aircon blows out through the window and helps to keep the room cool. Oops, I want the straight edge off the page. Okay. Yep. And so yes, I have the window open. Oh, I like this piece of paper that fell out at me. Put that here. So I've got it all in a line. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Okay, we'll add some extra pieces to break that up a bit. I can't remember the last time I did a masterboard. I swore. I think it was it for Rachel's? I don't know. Yeah, I used up the masterboards that I had. I think I did. Actually, no, I've got some others. Oh, I could have used those as a base. Oh, I could have used those already made. Yeah, I've got some in a... What is that book? I've got a book that I did them in. I did a... oh, it was Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. She was doing masterboards in a book. So that then you could just tear the pages out of the book. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I wonder where that is. Could use that. Not to worry. We're here now. So, grungy. Is that going to be the theme for this book? Seem to be heading there so far. I will add some pretty. We'll add flowers and birds and butterflies and some sort of person on the front. It's often people. Maybe we should have a building too. You know, like there's always a person, bird, flower, yeah, something. I'd like to try and include the things that, you know, we have in the Margarete Miller in the cover. Seeing as I'm making one specifically for it, so we can. All right. Don't really want to. Let's just see if we can just nibble off that edge. I wanted to keep some of the coffee dye. Lose the straight edge. I'm making a mess, of course, but you know. Here we go. It's done. All right. What else would we like in here? I think I might like some of this. I don't know how much we'll see when it's finished, but it'll be kind of part of the background. It's got glue all over it. I wonder why that is. Strange. Why don't we use this side? So you can see we've used quite large pieces. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that I use large pieces, because if you use small pieces it can look a bit messy. I don't think it's looking too bad. Once I get that section covered, I think we'll be going, it's fine. I wonder whether I should put this knot over. Oh, well, we'll do it now. I mean, yeah, maybe not. I might put it over here. Break up that section a bit. Yeah, although it's got a bit straight edge, but we can maybe put something over the top of that. What should we have in the center there? I haven't used much text. Oh yes, my favorite. This text. I've got some of this page. I just love the font on this. Oh, look at how old it is. I think I did find the book cover for this, but I can't remember now. Okay, well I'm filming this before New Year, so you guys might be watching this, well I think you will be watching it after New Year, so Happy New Year everyone. Sorry, I didn't think of that before. Yeah, Happy New Year everyone. I hope you had a good time celebrating and having some fun. I hope that you were able to do our celebrations here a little bit muted because we're having a little mini COVID outbreak, so nothing like what the rest of the world is experiencing, but it has curtailed some of our New Year's events. I don't know. I'm thinking about going to watch the fireworks. I believe the fireworks are still on, but I'll have to find out if they are. If not, there's not much to do because most of the events are that I would go to have been cancelled, like, you know, dancing and things like that. Yeah, we can't have them because we're having a little bit of a, it's not actually a lockdown, but kind of like a mini be careful kind of thing. So some things are not happening that would have happened. All right, okay, it's getting there. We're okay. I'd like some busier text up here. The dog, he keeps making, you know, he's so big. He barely fits. He's in the doorway. He barely fits in the doorway, and sometimes he stretches out a bit and presses against the door, and it creaks. And it's yeah, but it's a cool spot. We're in the doorway, so he's happy. Oh, guess where I took him? On the 29th. Yeah, I took him to the beach. I think it was his first time, and yeah, I think it was his first time to the beach because he seemed to walk funny on the sand at first, as if he didn't know what to do. Because he comes from a country town which is nowhere near the beach. It's probably a good couple of hours drive in every direction, but anyway, quite a long way to get to the beach from where he came from. And I'm pretty sure the owner said to me that he only ever went in the car to go to the vet, and that was it. So we're assuming he's never been to the beach, and he's a Labrador but wasn't interested in going in the water. I mean, it wasn't exactly hot, it was, the wind was blowing and it was evening time. Went there for the sunset. Yeah, he wasn't too interested in getting wet. He didn't seem to be concerned about the water, but he didn't want to go in the water. I didn't push him or force him or anything, I just let him be. Yeah, so off he went into the, so he just sort of walked along the beach with me. Now he's walking on lead really nicely. This was a dog beach, of course, and he was walking really nicely, and I never have any problems with him. So I let him off the lead and he just took off. I mean, I was not expecting it. There was no way I could get him to come back. It's the first time I'd, you know, it was the beach, so I knew there was no, you know, cars or traffic or any danger. And way in the distance was a couple of dogs and some people. Luckily they didn't mind, but having a great big bear-sized dog coming barreling towards you at full pelt is, I would have thought, quite worrying when you've got a small child and another dog. I mean, I know he's safe and he's not going to do anything, but they don't know that. So they were very good about it. When the man and his daughter and a dog, they had a little dog, and then there was two girls with a big dog that was going in the water. He just barreled right up to them. Would have been probably 100 meters from me at least. I had no chance of catching him or controlling him, so I need to be I just didn't think he would. He shows no interest in other dogs. Never shows any interest in other dogs. Maybe he ran towards the people, I don't know, but anyway, he took off. So interesting. Anyway, they were fine about it. He didn't bother anyone, and didn't knock the child over, luckily. So I apologised to the man when he came past. Brought the dog back with him. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know he was going to do that." You know, he really wasn't interested in the whys and wherefores, and he was fine about it. So I don't know. So I learnt my lesson. Yeah, I won't let him off if there's people, you know, that he can see. So we carried on walking, and I put him back on the lead, and then when we got past them, I put him back on the lead, and he just walked right next to me, like, you know, like he was. Just want something else here. Ended up with a blank spot. Let's use some of this. I don't know if I want that strange end. Yeah, so, but apart from that, I mean, after that he was fine. And when I walked back towards people, I had him back on the lead again, and again he was fine. It just thought it was fun, and I've never seen him run so fast, because he just doesn't normally, he's not a very active dog. He doesn't do much. He's like he's an old man. I don't know, he's just, yeah, I don't know, not very active. And there we go, covers that up. All right, okay, so you can see we've gone all the way over the edges, and we're going to be trimming it down anyway to make it fit the board. So now we can just add some decorative pieces on there, and some stamping and stenciling. So that was the kind of the general concept, was that's the base. And now we can add pretties. So did I get the pretties out? Or have I just got the whole bundle of, oh my goodness. Yeah, we got through some of the scraps. Yeah, no, not really. Goodness me. It's just, you know, overwhelming, the amount of scraps that we create. I mean, in some ways this year I thought, oh, let's just throw everything away and start fresh. I'm not going to, but you know, it's like you feel like you want to clear the decks, and you know, kind of like start with new stuff. So I have this with pretty stickers in them, vintage looking stickers. I have this with all my labels in, this kind of stuff. Let's use some of this. So and there's these and those. Okay, all right. See, I don't like these. You would have seen these a while ago. These are from AliExpress. Be careful, if you can zoom in on the pictures, zoom in and check. Flower. Yep, they all say flower. They mean flower. So I've got a whole bunch of sort of pretty tickets called flower. Anyway, let's have a few of those. Yes, I think that's what I used, all of these things to create interest. It seemed to work, so let's use the same things. Lots and lots. Okay. Forget that I even have it. Okay. It's typewriters. I didn't even know I had those. Sewing machines. Well, there you go. I need to look more closely. They're too modern looking. You can't even see these, can you? So then there's these things. John F. Kennedy things. And where's the faux? Here. These things. Okay. All right. So, and then the other thing is that they use a lot of, I use a lot of gold. So let's start inking and sticking. I was going to say stinking. Inking and sticking some of this stuff on. All right. When it's in a big collage like this, you won't even notice the sticker. Yeah, I thought these were stickers. So we're just going to stick them on. Ink them up. Oh, that one's a bit strange looking. Doesn't matter. And I like to use up some of these because I actually don't like medical stuff. I don't find it to be, so cathartic pills. I don't really, so I'll cover that up. You know what I mean? So I'll have some round elements. I don't think there's round elements on the other one. This should be a sticker, but does it take the white off, or do I have to take that off myself? Looks like I'm going to have to take the white off myself. Right, we're just going to cut it. Yeah, a whole batch of stickers. You get quite a few. Sorry if you can hear that noise. I always say that, you never can, but I've got a funny feeling you might be able to hear that one. Sounds like someone's using the, the blower to blow away leaves and stuff. Okay. It's fun because you can just stick stuff anywhere. You really don't have to worry. I'm not worried about having it all torn. It really doesn't matter. Once it's all a jumble, you just can't even tell. I have lots of straight edges on that one. In fact, it's almost all straight edge. And then we go over the whole lot with inking and stamping. Looks like it's in a gold and a brown, which molds it all together. Come on. Tricky. I've got to get rid of the flower. Just add some pretty here and there. I'm going to keep that one. I like that. I'm going to use that in the collages. And the colour's a bit dark for this too. So I haven't really decided too much. I've got a lot of things. I think I've got something for everything. I haven't told you what the prompts are yet. I'll have to find them first. They're somewhere in amongst all of the pile. That's a bit too blue. I won't use that one. Okay, so maybe some cream, flour. Okay, you're on pause. Why are you on pause? Did you miss all of that? Oh, I hope not. Anyway, you're off pause now. Sorry. Ooh. Now all I've done is stick things down. It's not really put whatever I've been talking about. You won't have heard. I've been talking to myself. But I went to get some birds from Rachel from Roxy Creations and some butterflies. just to add a bit of extra in. Oh, it's a mushroom, so I don't know whether you saw that or not. I don't know when I paused or why. Quite a bit recorded, so okay. So basically what I can do is I can leave it like that, because what happens is then I trim it, and then if I want some other, you know, major pretty images on top, I can add them after. So it's looking a little bit similar, I think. All right, so I need to print out the Margarete Miller thing, but I want to do some stamping and some inking. Okay, so I've cut that down. We're going to ink the edges. It's I would say not quite what I want. Maybe I need to just take it a bit smaller, because I liked the oh no, it'll be alright. It's just the corners are a little bit over the edge, but so once they're inked, they'll be fine. So we ink them, and then we'll also give it some gold around the edge too, I think. Probably with the ink pad will be the easiest. Alright, check for anything that's peeling up that needs to be glued down. And you can also, once you've finished, cover it with Mod Podge, if you don't mind a little bit of shine, or matte gel medium, something to sort of seal them all in, so that they will stay down, because sometimes glue stick dries out, and you know, things come unstuck. So stuff on top will fix that. Some of these things were printed on card, so they're a little bit thicker than normal paper. Okay, and it's very warm, so I think the glue stick dries very quickly here. All right, let's cover that up, and let's ink with some gold. I've got a new one now, so I'm going to have this for gold. Yeah. Very busy, isn't it? I think it's a lot busier than the other one. But I think once we get the Margarete Miller label on there, you know, it is actually going to cover up some of the collaging that we don't have to. We can leave it as it is. We'll still see. Right, let's get this glued down. We're going to use that lovely, this glue, or art glitter. No, I think we'll use art glitter because I can get it to the edge better. Just got to not let it dry too quickly. Just particularly want the corners to be glued. And in the right place. So a little bit more of a black border than I perhaps intended. I'm going to use a roller to really press it down, and that way it really will make the art glitter glue, you know, spread out and adhere it. Take out anything that squishes out. So help to squish down some of that other stuff. So now I need to print out my Margarete Miller label. It's a little bit darker than this one, I think. I think if we add some, actually, yeah, it's a bit darker, but it's just a lot more smaller images. This one's, yeah, got some lighter ones. There's not much in the lighter in this one. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is print out the Margarete Miller label. So I'm just going to take that from the page that Margarete has at the front of her journal and put that on. Sorry, I forgot to show you the whole sheet, but if you've got the planner, you know what the sheet looks like. It's got collage and Margarite's bit on it, but I only want that part. So actually I'm going to take a bit off the bottom and round that off. Ink that up. Okay, I'm just going to put it over that car. I know it's covered it up, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to use glue stick for this because this paper is actually quite thin. Yeah, and I just want to keep the journal part if I can. I'll maybe just cut a bit more off. Do it with scissors. It's a bit of a bodgy job, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I just made it a tiny bit smaller so I can fit her head in. I don't want to lose her head, so it's just going to go under the journal part. I'll keep that. There we go. Collage Weekly Planner with Collage Assignments Volume 2. So that's all we need on the front. I've got this little Margarete Miller symbol. We could put that on somewhere. Just as no. So if anybody looks at it in 100 years' time, they know to look up Margarete Miller. That's where it came from. Pop that over here. You know, because I might put those down there. Still a bit bright. Probably should have printed it on yellow paper. Let's just pop it here next to that staple. Okay, yep, and a little bit of gold. And I wouldn't mind some splatters. How can I get some splatters easily? Yeah. A bit more watery. Maybe I don't want that big blob. Probably gone berserk with the ladders as usual, but you know, it's just a nice cover. Just, I don't know, kind of get you inspired to, or get me inspired to collage. Yeah. Oh look, it's got lots of gold, lots and lots of gold. So I'm not going to do any lace just at the moment. I may add to it as I find things as I'm, you know, opening. I'm not going to go hunting through every single thing I own now looking for the perfect decoration. But I did like the lady. I've got more of those somewhere. A little bit of flowers and so I'll add those on after. But I think for the moment we have the basics of our cover done, and I will need to tidy up, and then we will be back to do the, well, maybe I won't. Maybe I better turn this into a video. So this is making the cover. Yeah, according to this, I've recorded over an hour, so it's going to be really hard to bring it down to 30 minutes and do week 1 in 30 minutes. So I'm going to make this a separate video and put that out. I've got gold, oh my goodness, all over my mat. Oh no. Oh, my mat's never going to stay clean, is it? Okay, let's put that down. So this was on Margarite's collage as well, so I just think that something in the center would be okay. All right, and a little bit of gold. They're not tiny bits, but you know, whatever. Just going to put some of this around to integrate the extra pieces. Okay, that's it for me today. That's it for me for this video. I'm going to go straight into making the actual collage and see if I can get that one up as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join us for the process. Get your own version of the book. You can either get the assignments from the Etsy website, or you can get the actual digital version, or you can order the whole book. If you're in America or close to Margarita, then it won't take too long for the book to arrive to you. I don't know what's happening across the road, so I'm going to go because it's very noisy. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.